It's not great, and I mentioned earlier in my preview that the Parramatta fans that have turned up today, they've got hope. They're not necessarily oozing with confidence, but this man, Jimmy Smith, is going to present a case for Parramatta. The only positive I can really come up with is they've had a good board election last week where, you know, unanimous. Right. So what can you give me on the football side of things for Parramatta? Because they've been most disappointing.
I was going to say nothing to take out of the board election. But from a football point of view, it's desperate stakes for them. You know, if they don't win this game today, then their season is essentially gone. And I'm sure Brad Arthur spoke about that. Yeah, absolutely.
Gone.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, the incredible thing about the competition is that they can have a good win today and move to 16th. And that's how close it is. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk about players coming back, and Semi Radradra's going to be there and what he brings to Pertex Stadium. But the man under most pressure is going to be Luke Kelly, the halfback. We've seen Chris Sando have an absolute stormer in New South Wales Cup. He couldn't have done any more for Brad Arthur, but Luke Kelly, the man on screen, he's not a Chris Sando type player. What he does bring is structure and control. And on the back of that, if they can make the Warriors do a lot of work, that's when Parramatta are going to be right in this game. Look,
I know statistics, record of the past, not a forecast for the future, but if I'm Brad Arthur this week, I do show the Parramatta players what they've done the last couple of times here against the Warriors, because they've dismantled them. They beat them by 20 last year. They beat them by 30 back in 2013. I think there's points in this Parramatta side today. Have they got the defence then to withstand a Warriors attack, which is coming off just a blinding finish last week?
Well, it lends itself to a point shootout, doesn't it? Great conditions out here at Pertex Stadium. Dry, hard track and two sides that are not renowned for defence. But that's where Parramatta will win it, if they find that defensive edge to their game. On the flip side, for them to score points, in my mind, it doesn't happen around that man, Luke Kelly. It happens around Corey Norman. He's the guy on the left-hand side that I think is the guy that can bring points to Parramatta. And if that is the case, then they're right in this game. And let's hope they are, because, as I said, if they don't win this one, I think you can almost start planning for 2016.
Well, I'll ask you from the former player point of view on the Warriors. And what happened last Saturday night was absolutely amazing, because I stand by it. For 73 minutes, they are struggling against Cronulla. They don't have their mojo. And then in 7 minutes, Sean Johnson produces two incredible plays. I mean, you know, plays that you'll say, where were you when sort of plays. Is it possible to take that emotion that they must have been feeling last week into their very next game? Because if they can, look out.
Well,
look out.
It can work one of two ways. And the added thing is double travel in the course of the week too. So it can work that they think, OK, we can leave it to the last 10 minutes and still win a game of football, which is a real concern for Andrew McFadden. The other way it can work is, as you suggest, maybe take that euphoria of that victory, take that brilliance of Sean Johnson, get on board with what he's trying to do, and then you start running amok. That's a concern there. Ryan Hoffman in that wrestle there. And, of course, he's a guy who's going to be looking to play well this afternoon for the Warriors and then catapult himself into that New South Wales side.
And Sean Johnson, we just wait to see if he can repeat those. Look, he can't be expected to do those sorts of plays every week. Well, okay. Ben Hogan always said, why can't you birdie all 18 holes? Sean Johnson, all right, come up with two magical plays again today.
And, you know, they don't have to be 6 minutes apart either. You can spread them out throughout the course of the 80 minutes. But I think as the Golden Boot winner, you know, he's not a guy who controls the game that we've seen other halfbacks do, the great halfback. He's a brilliant player. We've seen him do some brilliant things. I just hope at some stage during the course of this afternoon that we can get to 16 on the incredible metre.
All right, yes, I haven't got any explanation for that. Tips time. What are you doing?
Oh, I think it's the away side. I think the Warriors can come here and score some points.
Game 500 for the Warriors. They've only won here 4 times, but I think today they get another win. But look, I'll lock in a score, fellas, not just a tip. I'm tipping Warriors 30, Parramatta 24.
Every game, just game day, one sort of just the same music every game. Never my hair on game day. I think I've got that at school, really. After Shane back in the day. I was on the road for 2 years, so pretty basic. I'm looking at those, like, that's all right. I'm not going to see you do it all. Yeah, Timmy Manor. It's like easy things. Nah, man, I'm not much harder on myself, so I do that.
Yeah, well, here we are.
Big Tony Iro, Anthony Roy.
I have indeed, Ryan. How you been? How's the family? Good. Yeah, great stuff. Nice, nice. Jeez, we've got waters coming in from everywhere here. Look at this. Might put that third drink down there.
30 to 24.
30-24.
That's 54 points.
That's it.
Well, my best bet of the round for
Of the
the
year,
punters
of the
club,
lo- of your life.
of the round
Yep.
is plus 44.5 overs.
This overs into Sharks Titans unders.
Right, I have to.
The Blue and Gold Army, it's time to turn your eyes to the big screen once again. At every home game, the flag is raised in honour of the Blue and Gold Army. From former Eels greats to local sports personalities being called upon to raise the flag has become an honour within itself. It's become tradition and it's time to put another
This is Super Saturday from Pertex Stadium. Great to be with you, and we're going to have a little bit different the opening to the match here today. The Parramatta Eels taking a stance against domestic violence. We'll talk about that more shortly, but the kickoff will not be right at the top of the hour once the sides are out. In fact, there will be an address for you to watch at home and also on the big screen here at Pertex from the Prime Minister, no less, Mr. Tony Abbott. But that is all in the build-up to this one. Parramatta versus the Warriors. Let's focus on the football. Parramatta have to be desperate. They've won only 3 matches this year. They've won only 1 of their last 5. They need to find something like their best form that we saw earlier this season in wins over Manly and South Sydney in particular. They was hot as a stove, but they've lost that mojo. They've lost their edge. Is today the day they get it back, Jimmy Smith?
Well, as I mentioned, it has to be. As we have a look at the Parramatta side there, Reece Robinson at fullback, Semi Radradra, a welcome return on the wing. William Hopewadi in the centres with Brad Takarangi. This is where the interest is. Corey Norman's where the points have got to come, and Luke Kelly's got to control the game in their 6 and 7. Up front, Danny Wicks has been great. Nathan Peets at hooker. Tim Manor is the captain. Manu Ma'u, Anthony Watmo and Tepai Maroa fill out the second row. Isaac De Gois, Paulie, Richie Fayoso and Penny Terapo round out their bench.
And into the Warriors' rooms we go. As we've mentioned, thrashed here the last two times they've been here. This is their side today with Wright, Lawler here, and Momalo on debut, the back three today. In the centres, Dominic Peyru gets a chance in the starting side with no Conrad Harrell and Qatar there. Townsend and Johnson in the halves. That's where the action is. The man with the 7. And in the forward pack, it's been settled all year. Lillyman, Luluwai, Martellino, and a back row that is playing 80 minutes every week. Thompson, Mannering and Hoffman. And they're looking pretty settled on the bench, although today Sione Lausi gets his first game in the NRL this year. Friend, Lasone and Vete there as well. And the news that came through yesterday with Suia Matangi moving on to the Roosters, so he could wait no longer in the queue behind the likes of Lasone and Vete for a start. But that hasn't been the problem, the forwards for the Warriors. Andrew McFadden's pretty confident that that is their best starting 6. And he's pretty settled on the forwards he has coming off the bench as well. What an amazing win last week over the Sharks. Let's not make up things. Their form was fairly marginal for much of that game, but maybe that's the spark to get this Warrior side going that have had only back-to-back wins once this year. Well,
maybe that's the spark for Sean Johnson as well, because there has been criticism of the way he's played throughout the course of 2015.
So a little different as a show of arms and this stance against domestic violence. The two teams side by side on the walkout today. And this is an initiative of the Parramatta Eels. It's come about a lot to do with their deal they have with the Northern Territory and joining up with the No More campaign up there. They want to be a leader in the community, and they are driving this stance against domestic violence, and they are doing it on game day as well. And that's what you're going to see here in the lead up to kick-off here at Pertec Stadium. The two teams lining up, and they will be linking up shortly before kick-off.
As a husband, as the brother of 3 sisters, and as the father of 3 daughters, I find violence against women and children absolutely abhorrent. Real men don't hit, they don't threaten, and they don't bully women or children. But tragically, domestic violence remains prevalent in too many parts of our country, and the statistics are shocking. 1 in 3 Australian women will be victims of physical violence in their lifetime, and every week an Australian woman is killed by a current or former partner. Our country must change. Our communities must change. We all must change. We all have to say no more to domestic violence. It is a national priority, but government can't do it alone. So the Parramatta Eels are stepping up and saying no more. Your domestic violence action plan will help raise awareness and help make a difference. So I congratulate Parramatta on taking a lead, and I hope that other sporting clubs will also stand up and say no more.
The Prime Minister of Australia, Mr. Tony Abbott, and this stance that Parramatta are taking will be shown in a moment with the unity of the two teams and a linking of arms here. I will outline some of what Parramatta have written down as their constitution, if you like, in this regard. They will engage on the national level with domestic violence groups. They want to raise awareness within the Parramatta Eels community. They want to raise awareness through all levels of the club. They will offer support to board staff and players identified as being impacted by family violence either now or in the past. They will include a commitment in their code of behaviour for all board, staff and players, and they will ensure all opportunities within the club are gender equal. This is a club making a stance, and you watching today on Fox Sports or watching through Sky Sport in New Zealand, I think you can be appreciative of the Eels looking to make a difference. And the players lined up and not too far away from a start. The crowd here watching on the big screen at the moment. Further to the presentation. They're all ready to get started, but this is a very strong message that the Parramatta Club are seeking to get out there today.
and link arms.
And there is also the invitation for those in the crowd to link arms today, as the players are doing centre ground at the moment. So as I say, it's a start with a difference today. But the message is standing up to domestic violence, driven by the Parramatta Eels, backed up with the words of our Prime Minister. And then on the completion of the linking arms, it will be game on between two teams believing they're in a must-win situation. Parramatta with 3 wins so far this year. The Warriors have 4. They have a bye next week, the Warriors. No side likes to go into a bye weekend coming off a loss. For Parramatta, they won't have a bye until round 15. So the grind for them in trying to return to form will continue. So well done the Eels, the stance against domestic violence, but now our attention turns to the rugby league here at Pertek on a sunny autumn afternoon. Semi Radradra back from injury last week. 15 tries, he's passed 13 matches at Pertek, and at no stage in his career has he failed to score in consecutive home matches, which he is staring down at today after failing to get a 4-pointer last week. All ready to go. Let's have some fun. Round 10, the Harvey Norman Women and League round in the Telstra Premiership. And Sean Johnson it is who gets us underway. And Timmy Manor, the Parramatta captain, with the first run. And runs into 3 of the forwards in Martellino, Lillyman and Mannering. The Eels with Moiaroa. The boo in round 18 last year against the Warriors. This Parramatta side, they were blown off the park at Mount Smart Stadium in round 3. Trailed 28-0 after 51 minutes. Now Pete's going left side with Norman, and Mo is there. 15 short of halfway. Luluai first man in with Thompson and Payru. And now Watmo with the ball, closing in on game number 300. Career of Chock Watmo. Last tackle, Parramatta. Kelly gets his first big involvement with a high kick. And Momalo Rondapu has the ball. And what about the physical dimensions of this kick? They have pulled him out of a land of the giants.
Well, the best thing for young Ken is the fact that he got through the Gathens run. He couldn't do it last year to make his NRL debut, but he does it this afternoon. We wish him all the best. Let's hope it's a long and prosperous career for him. That's a pretty good first set too from Parramatta, and it's interesting the end of the set too from Luke Kelly. He's putting the ball up, giving his defence a chance to get down there and get some contact. And they'll be happy with that. Good start.
35th meeting between the clubs. Warriors have won 15, Eels have won 19, and here at Parramatta Stadium, or Pertek as it is now known, 15 meetings. Eels 11 wins to the Warriors 4. Reece Robinson under a Warriors high ball. And Robinson in possession. Again, Will Hopewadi in the centres today. And Robinson has made Qatar and Hoffman look a little foolish there. They both ended up on the ground. And big singing. So no clash of Radradra and Vatuvei on the same field, even though they play opposite sides. Wouldn't that be awesome if they met head on at some stage? Now Watmo, up to halfway for Parramatta. 7 of 9 games this year. Parramatta have conceded the first try. As here's Pete's on a dart. Fairly effective the first 2 sets. And now last tackle. And again they'll look to Kelly. And again the option is a high ball. This time to Jonathan Wright. Wright has got it and then cops the treatment. Game number 100 for Jonathan Wright today as the Warriors get a penalty. Game 100 comes up against the team he made his debut for back in 2009.
Head clash back
Time
there.
off.
We've got Ryan Hoffman in a whole heap of trouble here.
He's had a disastrous start to the day. We saw him in warm-up, he had troubles. And then Reece Robinson has turned him inside out.
You can just
And then here, he's ended up with a head clash with the man he is tackling. And
he's back slammed himself.
Well, that's right. And I just wonder the stance here. I mean, is this it for Ryan Hoffman for the afternoon? On that shot, it is. There'll be no more Ryan Hoffman playing today. There was no James Graham after the 20th minute last night. And with the wobbly legs, Ryan doesn't know whether he's in New Zealand or Australia right at the moment. And I'll tell you something about him. I caught a schoolboy game for your old college, St Gregory's here one year, where he hit the goalpost and knocked himself out at this ground.
Well, I've seen umpteen times Ryan Hoffman knocked out throughout the course of his NRL career, his representative career. And, you know, based on what we've seen here this afternoon, Vossi, and based on what we've seen with the concussion laws that have been strengthened during the course of 2015, we won't be seeing Ryan Hoffman again this afternoon. And as a result of that, everything that Andrew McFadden had planned from his bench rotation goes out the window.
Absolutely. Good point, Jimmy. I mean, there's an 80-minute player going off the field in the 3rd minute of play. Sione Lausi is out there for his first NRL game for the year. Bit more pressure on the likes of Lasone and Vete. They both average around about 30 minutes a game. Someone has to step up today. So Warriors on the restart. Here it is, back up to the 30. And this Women in League round as well. So have Casey Badger on the sideline. This western side of the ground in the first half. Warriors heading across field. Martellino and Mannering. As we've made the point before, she's not there because she's a woman. She's there because she's damn good at what she does. And now Martellino inside pattern. It's half. Johnson quickly on. Lola here. Cut out ball for Wrights. Turns them inside the round. He got away from Takarangi there. 30 metres from the line. Warriors possession. Fairly sharp start. Lilliman. Last tackle. Warriors. Johnson and Townsend. It's Townsend to kick. Putting it out towards the wind. No real challenge in the end, although the challenge comes after the catch. And the Warriors will get a scrum feed. Hopewadi taken over the sideline.
I think it was Mormalaw that didn't get a chance to challenge for the football, but in the end it worked out okay. Sione Lausi involved
Let's bring it in, boys.
in the tackle, and then he just monsters Will Hopewadi over the sideline.
And Hopewadi was definitely stationed there
Right, guys, make
at
sure we don't
right
break till
wing.
you're out.
Yeah, that's interesting because Morgan named on the wing.
The locks bind in tight.
And Talker Will playing wing in State of Origin as well.
That's right.
Warriors have got all their players on the open side. Johnson goes inside. Solomon Akata. Five from the line. Peets around the legs. And Asbiadulka from the scrum. No, that's the old days. Makes the tackle on one. Warriors in front of the posts. Martellino can't offload. Little White, 2 tries in the last 7 minutes last Saturday night. Johnson holds it up. He's got it again. Norman is there. Takarangi there. So far, so good for the blue and gold defence. Peiru, Johnson, Martellino. Sidled just a gap, but not quite big enough to strike through. Manna, the tackle. Now Lilliman. A while since Jacobs got one. Last tackle, Warriors. Bit of ball movement. No success, though. Townsend, Johnson. Will run it on the last. We said that last week. Gets it to the in goal. And again, Parramatta feels some real heat from the Warriors' attack.
Oh, I just reckon they took one play too long to go around to that left-hand side again. Here we go on the last play, and Sean Johnson, you're right. He explored what sort of options were available to him to run the football on that last tackle, and then when they closed down, he had the presence of mind and then the skill set to drop it onto the foot. Gets the restart as well. I reckon it took the one play to get there.
As we get ready for this line dropout, sideline duties today with Joel Kane. A comment on Will Hopewadi, Joel?
Yeah, Vossi, I don't think it's a surprise to see him parked on that right wing. Now, don't forget we saw last time South Sydney played, Alex Johnston, who normally plays on the left wing, he was on the right wing, so they're desperately on the hunt for a right wing at New South Wales.
Martellino offloads for Townsend, and that is all. He's lost the ball, Townsend. And Parramatta will have possession. Well, what a let-off for the home team that is. I think what happened there to Townsend is he was held upright in the tackle. He wasn't wrestling free. The ball was laid like an egg. He was in possession. 7 minutes gone. No score. Game 1 of Super Saturday. Sharks and Titans next up. And tonight, Rabbitohs go hunting their first ever win down in Melbourne. Kelly Crouch. He's falling into the tackle there. He's okay. Norman Johnson. It was a little awkward for both players. Now Peets. And away he goes. And out it comes. This time Hopewadi at centre. 20 metres away from the line. Best chance of the game for Parramatta. Moiroa. Just dumping that off for Mena. Offloads back for Peets. Then on for Kelly. Here it comes. Out in front, but Takarangi's put it down. Radradra goes back for it. Play on the call from both referees. Last tackle it is. And Norman off the left boot. Intercepted in flight by Lawler here. Still no Sam Tompkins for the Warriors.
Hold here, Manu. Hold, go.
Was writing down what may have been their first choice backline. As you see Ryan Hoffman in the dressing room answering questions at the moment. He just said he's Dustin Hoffman, so I'm not sure whether he's going to come back. They're outside the 20, the Warriors, but I think their number one 1 to 5 would have been Tompkins. Varduve is now Johnson with it. Hurrell, Lamape and Fuzatua, and none of them are here today.
Well, they are here. Conrad Hurrell, I saw down in the players' race, he just hasn't got a jersey on. You see another slow play the ball there from Bodine Johnson.
Townsend. Well, he's having a nightmare. He's lost it on the last tackle. Change over 35 metres away from the line. He's got the Dolphins flippers for hands at the moment.
Well, he just looked up there, and I tend to agree with him. Well, I don't know why they needed that second pass. Sean Johnson had the opportunity to kick then, no problem. No defence pressure on him. And he shoveled it on to Chad Townsend.
Just unforgivable. No kick on the last inside their own half. Wick strong. And was strong again last week against Melbourne. 15 hit-ups and 27 tackles.
Big minutes too.
9.5 gone here. He's Norman. They go right. Takarangi. Almost away from right. Radradra to crack. Take on Semi. And that they do. 15 away from the line, but encouragement here for Parramatta. Watmo with it. The blue and gold fans here. They're finding a bit of voice early as well. With Robinson, pass without looking. I would suggest that maybe he probably should have had a little peek because nobody was there.
No, I'm going to say Semi Radradra let him down. That's exactly where the winger should have been. And when you haven't got that amount of time, it's a beautiful bit of work. The catch and pass, you've just got to assume your man's there. And if you're the man, Semi Radradra, he knew he got it wrong. If he's there, they score. Beautiful pass from Corey Norman earlier in that set of 6 to Takarangi. Some really promising sides for Parramatta down this left-hand side.
Got with the program, Jimmy.
Takarangi.
That's him. Not Takarangi.
You know his father played first grade?
Yeah, he's right here. Right here for Parramatta.
I knew you'd know that.
20 metres away from their own line. The Warriors in possession. Here is Lousy. Impossible to miss for those big logs. But look, I like what I've seen from Parramatta so far. And the Warriors with ball in hand, barring the Townsend errors, haven't been that bad either. 11 minutes gone. And this is Martelino. Look at how freely he's moving. Front rower that can move like that and have an offload as well. That is dangerous. Now Mannering, 38 away from the Parramatta line. Last tackle Warriors. Townsend to bolt this time. Underneath it is Robinson. He's on the run. He's got the ball. Well done. Reece Robinson.
That's a good take, isn't it? That's a really good take from Reece Robinson. He showed previously when he was under pressure that he can do it. He leaves the ground, so there's courage involved as well. Defenders all around him.
I suppose if everything fell into place there a bit over a week ago, Michael Gordon would have been the player taking that catch. Tim Mena going off in back play for Parramatta. Not sure whether he's all that well, to be honest, Timmy Mena. I don't think a 12th minute change was scheduled. And Kelly with it. He appeared in half a dozen first grade games last year, but this is the first in 2015. Now the high ball from Norman. Not exactly where he intended it to go. It bounces on, and now there's trouble. Pete's got it. Pete's offloads, intercepted by Wright. Wright exactly in the right spot to take that.
They're creating opportunities, Parramatta. They let that ball bounce. It was a torpedo. It didn't land where they thought, but then the bounce made it difficult for them. There was plenty of Parramatta players in the frame. He just couldn't quite get the pass away, Radra was there, and yeah, Danny Wicks on the inside. But
Johnson, quick hands, Lawler here, away we go. This is Payroll. Got to pick it up, but Sammy just decides to nudge it. Probably a little more than a nudge, though, wasn't it? Well, that took him off balance. Now Johnson, crossfield, mix up there with Lilligan, very flat. The Warriors across to Lassie. Now for Qatar, takes on and then loses the ball in barreling over the top of Morgan. Another incompleted set from the Warriors.
Scrum.
how sharp does he look, Sean Johnson? You mentioned how flat they were. Here's the earlier break from Beirut. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Nudge was probably not the right call.
Okay.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there, Carter. Get away from him, and then he's got himself in a 2-on-1 situation. He got it right. He just forgot to hang on to the football with it. But Sean Johnson, on this dry track, when he goes across field, he's electric.
Parramatta win this scrum and will come away from the 20. We'll go down to Joel Kane. Now, I mentioned Timmy Mena coming off, Joel, and he basically went straight up the tunnel.
Yeah, they're just checking him out now, Vossi, but I was just going to say something about the Warriors, how they finish their sets nearly every single time. I've seen this all year. They go to the sky, and the rationale behind it is all these powerful wingers in the competition and fullbacks, they figure if they go to the sky, they're a shot, duck, slow, play the ball, and it really gets their defensive set off to a wonderful start.
There's Moira with the ball. That looked forward there. He was in no position to deliver an offload in that fashion. Tepai Moiroa there. And suddenly it becomes very sloppy. Parramatta 3 of 7 completions and the Warriors 5 of 8.
Looks like he had a Matt Gidley flick.
Okay, bring it together, guys.
And it didn't quite come off. Oh, he almost shot putted it out there, didn't he?
No, I didn't see that. The old, what was it, the BP Rugby League coaching medal with Johnny Raper.
Wait till you hear me
How to
say
pass a
out.
footy
Don't break early.
back early
Head
70s.
loose. Hold. You get out.
Warriors with it. Munalo comes into the play, 20 years of age. We saw him in the trial match against Penrith back in Rotorua in February, score a couple of tries, and you knew that the raps on him were 100%. A try scorer in the grand final of the NYC last year. Now Martellino, 25 from the line, wanted a quick play the ball.
Let your mark there. What do you want, touch?
No thought a shot for goal.
Staying behind here.
Full set for the Warriors, 15.5 minutes gone. It will be from 15 metres away from the line.
And they're going to get to the left post, we just heard. Wonder how many plays it takes them to get there. Looking forward to see what they do post that point.
This is Payroll. Brings it to centre field. The Warriors with wins this year over the Raiders, the Eels, the Tigers and the Sharks. The greatest of respect, they wouldn't call them giant scalps so far. Lilliman is tackled, 8 away from the line. Lillaway will bring them back to the right. Townsend in front, Thompson, Johnson from right, who was flat-footed. He was trapped. 5 away from the line, but they're threatening. Mannering. And Parramatta's defence, their goal line defence has been very solid so far. Communicating well. 8 from the line. Lillaway from Artelino. And got away from Wicks. Back to Lillaway. There's an overlap if he gets it away. Decided to have a dash himself. Last tackle, Johnson places it. It'll come down close enough for the goal line. Lousy was knocked off his feet. And Parramatta had the ball through Morgan. And the mobile is off and running at the old Harold Park.
Well, they got to their left post there, did the Warriors, and they came back with a real Melbourne Storm play, didn't they? With Sean Johnson playing the role of Billy Slater. It looked promising for a while too, and then Jonathan Wright, the defence adjusted, and he couldn't quite get across in the corner, but straight out of the Melbourne Storm copybook, that one.
Down the centre field with Wicks. Quick time, Parramatta are 40 metres away from the Warriors line and only halfway through their set. Now Norman with it, cut out there. Taparangi is held nicely by Payru. Real Mr. Fix-It, Dominic Payru. Now Mo with the ball. Reminder against the Warriors, round one last year on debut. Now Watmo offloads, and it's in the hands of Terapo. Keeping it alive. Now Peaks for Kelly. Kelly wanted Moiroa coming inside there. He doesn't. He holds the ball. And that is 22 metres away from the Warriors line on the last. They played that off the top of their head there. Milking quite clearly the call. They almost got a bucketful there as Parramatta's kick across field. Riders come through. Rodra, huge leap. Did he knock that down into his own legs? I'm not sure. I think he did he?
I think he did.
He was horizontal parallel with the ground. I think he knocked it into his own feet.
He got the tap back right, and then the kick forward. Yep, there it is, in the replay box.
I've never seen that before. Qatar is with it. And he's almost back to halfway. No score, Super Saturday. Almost through the first quarter of game number one. Martellino, another offload. Qatar gets it with very few options going through his head.
Back and hold. Hold, don't interfere, Ben.
Last tackle, Lawler here. Johnson, and a chance to run again. Flashback to Ramondas. Away to right. Dabs the kick through. Johnson gathers it in like you wouldn't believe. Johnson will score for the Warriors. Golden boot. What about Golden Child? Extraordinary stuff from the Warriors man who wears the number 7. Jimmy, 16 on the incredible meter. Maybe not, 14 and a half.
No, we'll get to 14 and a half. We might get a little bit higher later on, but what about this? As soon as he got the football, he was desperate for someone to come back on the inside run. Payru did that, but it was late. Then he hit Wright, then Wright kicks it, and then he says, all right, how many you got? Only 4. I can beat 4. I tell you what.
How does he pull it in here? Just watch the gather in of the right kick, Jimmy. You talk me through that.
Yeah, that's the old one-handed. It's going down, but I still don't have the knock-on catch. Pretty standard for the Sean Johnson playbook.
Yeah.
There's
wow.
Ryan Hoffman on this. Going to be careful keeping an eye on him, but wow, how exciting is that?
Yeah, well,
he is that's what I mean about, said in the pre-game about controlling games, that he does brilliant things, Sean Johnson, and there's just another one.
Yeah, for rugby league fans to say, but they're not just the Warriors fans. I mean, look, to be fair too, the Parramatta fans, they were applauding some of the skills on show there, most graciously. That was quite scintillating rugby league. And Johnson will have the shot at goal. And again, look, I have to check with our Fox Sports Lab guys where they count missed tackles, because that last try last week, Johnson beats 8, but not one lay a hand on it. So I don't know what happens in the missed tackle column. And again there, I mean, he has wrong-footed 4 players in one movement.
Well, all the defenders say it's not a miss.
Gotcha. Johnson from 11 from touch, and his first kick of the day is successful. And it is a 6-0 lead, Joel Kane's sideline.
Vossi, when he made the break beyond the halfway line, he was running directly to me, so I had a terrific glance. He had the eyes and he had the dummy going on. I was being mesmerised by this spell, so you can imagine how the Parramatta players were feeling. But just an update, speaking about being mesmerised, Ryan Hoffman, no surprise to know now, boys, he is back on the side of the field here, but he's out of the game. It's been confirmed by the Warriors camp. And Timmy Manor, who left not so long ago, he too is being assessed for potential concussion throughout the game as well.
Yeah, that's not good news for either side. So the Warriors are back in possession from the kick-off. Thank you. Eat that, smoke it, whatever you want to do. Manu Ma'u with a huge hit. On Marcelino. Takai Rangi in there as well. It's a double act for Parramatta.
Stand down in square.
I'll just pick Jimmy up.
That's it.
He's fallen over beside me. Now Lulawai takes off. He offloads Marcelino onto Mannering. Here goes Townsend. I think the show's just started.
Release the
Right square. Hold.
Elsie outside the 40. And now back for Mannering. Last tackle Warriors. Lulawai, Townsend.
Oh, good. Play on.
And well-placed kick will get them to the corner. Robinson with it. Interesting. That now he decides to pass. Brad Arthur just gagged on his cup of tea.
And hold.
Warriors, when they've failed to score inside the opening 20 of matches this year, it's happened 3 times and they've lost all 3. So they scraped in there before the 20-minute mark with a Johnson try.
You mentioned that get the tickets because the show's about to start, but as soon as Thomas Lulawai went through that middle of the ruck, it looked loose, didn't it? For the first time this afternoon, it just looked like they lost their shape a little bit there, Parramatta defensively. And that's the thing that would have concerned Brad Arthur the most, is Nathan Pete's kicks out of dummy half.
Yeah, it looks a good kick. It's a perfect kick from Pete. Lolohea from the dead ball line will get back to the field of play, but what a good option that is when you've got a dummy half who can kick on the run. It was from outside the 40, but a 60-minute gain for Parramatta. I'm still seeing some better signs today from Parramatta than perhaps we've seen on a consistent basis lately. Don't be disheartened just yet. There's a charge. Vete gets better by the week. Maybe with Hoffman out today, he might get 50 or so minutes. And now Lulawai's been caught high.
I ruled 5 on the ground with a hand on him. 5.
Well, no, hang on. Uh-oh. The knee's gone for Lulawai. Oh, gee. Thomas Lulawai.
Well, what about the run from Albert Vete? There were 2 players on the ground.
Yeah, look, I'm watching that. Our own Fox Sports man, Ben Eichen, would remember a move like this for Brisbane without a hand on him. The knee has gone when he propped. He's gone well before Moiaroa touches him. Benny Eichen did his knee, and I think it was against the Warriors over in New Zealand, actually. Similar sort of circumstances.
James Tedesco, first game in the NRL.
True. Oh, dear. Not good. Yeah, they've already got the likes of Nani Lamape, Ben Henry on the knee reconstruction rehab list. Joel Kane will follow that one. Fingers crossed from a Warriors perspective.
Well, forget about the season. What about today? The remainder of this game. No Ryan Hoffman. Thomas Lulawai, by the look of that, is not coming back on the field. So here's your rotation. This is what you thought you were going to do, Andrew McFadden. Now you're going to ask for some really special efforts from the players that are onto the field. And what a luxury to have Nathan Friend come on, specialist number 9.
Only 29th game in charge for McFadden, maybe his toughest day in terms of interchange. Last tackle, a kick from inside the 40. Robinson has the ball. And offloading, so Parramatta set begins 15 inside their own half. Viewers in the UK on Premier Sports, Lulawai loved by those in Wigan. He's at 188 games over there for them. And they think he is the best. They love him, and Ryan Hoffman, of course, had time at Wigan, so would feel for both those players today. Parramatta with Kelly, and out the back for Norman, on to Ma'u, took on Johnson, ball's on the neck, and Wright does the right thing again. Just falling on it.
Yours, mate.
Parramatta's completion rate 5 of 10. The problem is not just like flicking a switch, they're trying. You can't dispute the effort that's going into to trying to get that attack to happen, but it's just not happening.
No, he forced his hand there, Ma'u, didn't he? He's been really good this afternoon. Some of these And we've seen defensively how good he's been, but just there were numbers around him, but he had to show a bit of discretion.
Friend on to Townsend, right up the line, Lousy, good ball, Qatar. And that's a good tackle low down there by Hopewadi with an unmarked man, Mamalo on the outside, away to Johnson. Last tackle, he had a chance to run there. He went the bomb towards Rabra, and Ben Sammy. Well, he put his body between himself, the ball, the runners coming through. There's no way around it. It's like an eclipse. Now Norman's got it. Norman is back over the 30 for Parramatta.
He was right near the sideline too, Rabra. A chance of being pushed into touch. Didn't happen. The Parramatta faithful go up because they've got themselves a penalty.
They're first. You think the crowd knew it was their first? 26 minutes gone.
They knew it was their next, and they were most happy about that.
But yeah, completion rate 6 of 11 for Parramatta, 11 of 14 for the Warriors. When these sides clashed back in round 3, the Warriors had their season best completion rate of 88%. And that largely led to that 28-0 lead.
Yeah, they blew them away, 22-0 in as many minutes, didn't they?
And this is Norman at centre field. Terapo. There's a number of players with New Zealand connections in this Eels side. Well, there's the concussion test pass. Mena is back on. Seemed more worried about his neck when he came off, to be honest. As now Norman, that got him right in the face. Yeah, off the hands the call from our referees. We have a Falcon. We have a Falcon at top speed. A Falcon with velocity on Terapo.
And a frustrated coach in Brad Arthur, because again it looked pretty promising out on this left-hand side. They had more numbers than defenders, and it was the pass. It's just too hard for him.
It probably doesn't help when it's aimed between your eyes either. But
you can catch it if it's delivered at a reasonable rate.
True. Now Friend with it. And Friend is off and running outside the 40. And this time Albert Fintech. He's looked so fit from the young man we've seen in the lower grades the last couple of years, and he's always had talent. Now Townsend from 40 metres out. Hopewadi's underneath it again. Qatar looked to, well, put him right off. He sort of went for a jump before the ball came down.
Well, there's that slow play, the ball that Joel Kane talked about, didn't he? The high kick, the defender arrives just as the ball arrives, and we had to wait for Will Hopewadi to get off his back to play the football. Now it's that much harder for Parramatta to kickstart their set of 6.
Mena did the next one, and now Isaac de Gois on that run. A while ago since de Gois made his debut against the Warriors for the West Tigers. Is now Moyaroa with the ball. It was back in the days of post-try celebrations too. Remember, Tigers did a team photo post-try celebration. As this kick has gone all the way over the dead ball line. It's a pretty fair strike, that one, of some 70 metres. 7 tackles sent Warriors.
Just wait there. Wait.
I think he's got to wait there. Warriors have the ball. But if you are joining us late, the Warriors have had a couple of injuries. And you would have to think their bench is down by 2. Well, certainly Hoffman won't be back. And I doubt Luluai's got a miracle in him. So that makes for a tough afternoon. 5 metres inside their own half. And Peru comes looking for work. It was fantastic for Samoa there a couple of weeks ago in that test against Tonga. I think a career highlight, the try he scored.
Match-winning try, yeah.
That was on there, Johnson, quick hands, Thompson, good swerve. Tackled by Norman. And this is 21 metres away from the Parramatta line. Johnson, he asks a question, goes for Townsend. Long ball for Qatar. He's got through. He's 10 away, he won't need anyone. Solomon Qatar has got another one. One of the contenders for Rookie of the Year at this stage. 8 tries next to his name. Solomon Qatar.
Beautiful run from Qatar, but what about the pass from Townsend? Johnson drifts across field. and throws the long ball to Townsend, and he knew he had numbers out there. He just had to get the football there. We'll see it here on the replay. Long pass, Johnson drifts, another long one, and there it is. He just got him to the outside. Classic out ball. Kevin Walters, Steve Renoff got to the outside, and that's a beautiful pass, Chad Townsend. Well done, the Warriors.
Yeah, well, Solomon Akata, and he enjoys it. Last week, he had that ugly moment against Cronulla. He bombed a try that he was probably thinking, well, that would have won the game.
Two-handed put down today.
Yeah, good observation. But then he is on the end of the Johnson kick, and the world is good again. But that's a great tally. He's got 8 tries. I noticed after that try was scored, this young ball boy, this is just a little something I see. He trudged out the centre halfway, put the tee there, trudged on. He thought, oh, no. I'm not going to do this all afternoon, am I?
Here we go again.
Good luck to him, the ball boys. But he doesn't look happy, does he?
10-0 down, kick to come. Why would he be happy?
It's the way he put the tee down. He couldn't have walked out there any slower and reluctantly put it down centre of halfway, knowing we've got another kick-off.
Well, what's his fee today? Can of Coke and a killer python?
I think they're more health kick these days.
Oh, are they?
There might be a bag of, you know, mixed nuts. Here is Johnson right from the sideline. 9 minutes to go first half. 10-0 scoreline. And Johnson has set it in flight, and Johnson has got another 2. 2 converted tries. Joel sideline.
Yeah, Vossi, Thomas Lulawai, just an update there. He said to the trainer that he felt a pop. Now, usually the concern when that happens is concern of an anterior cruciate ligament damage. Now, if that's the case, that's the injury which rules your season out. But I actually walked behind him for about 50 metres, so they think perhaps it may not be that. Let's hope that's the case for Warriors fans.
Kick-off. Gee, I'll tell you what, Jonathan Wright had an opportunity there to have 1 foot straddled on the touch-in goal line, and now he's lost the ball. There was a strip. But yeah, now getting back to it from the kick-off, he could have caught it with 1 foot on the line and ball's dead in goal.
Is that a rule that's impressed upon all those people who stand close to a sideline?
Well, I think if you're that close, the instruction is, isn't it, that you actually stand on the line or out of play.
You only have to touch it.
Well, that's right. You don't have to catch it. That's right.
Wait for the kick. Wait, Isaac. Wait for the kick.
Thomas Lulawai has battled back from chronic groin injury that has really hampered his football from the World Cup onwards of 2013. He played a dozen games last year. And out of centre field for Lasone.
Got an interesting stat about him during the week. He joined Stacey Jones as the only Kiwis of the modern era to beat the Kangaroos 5 times after that victory 2 weeks ago.
It's a big one. Made his debut for the Warriors as 17-year-old Thomas Lulawai way back in 03. Now Johnson away to Thompson. He's giving good service. Bodine Thompson for this Warriors side on the right edge. Slow play the ball there. Friend to centre field, and a lovely ball that's on to Mannering. Moira with a tackle. Last it is for the Warriors. Another opportunity to run it on the last. It's Townsend, though, who bombs out toward Topawati. Again, they let him take the catch. They get him to ground. Joel has read the playbook of the Warriors to a T. And now Morgan 15 metres away from the line. Big win in the New South Wales Cup to Wentworthville. The Magpies defeat a club for Parramatta. Especially Sando in good form. You called it, Jimmy.
He was spectacular. He was a 12 out of 10. The only thing he did, he kicked 1 ball out on the full, but apart from that, he couldn't have done any more. Try assists, repeat sets, running the football himself. So he said to Brad Arthur, well, here's what you do if you drop me back.
Yeah, and I like his attitude. Good on him. And now Kelly, his replacement, kicks from halfway. Look at the bounce on that. It is flying. It is rolling. It is rolling. It's on its way up towards Hornsby.
It's just missed by a metre between an excellent kick into touch, and now they've got the 7-tackle set.
Oh, was that a knee?
Raised knee, yeah.
Well, my lord there took 1 stride. He's lost it in any case. What a chance for Parramatta. But we may have to review that run back of the kid on debut there. Parramatta 15 metres away from the line. Trailing 12 points to 0. Fayoso is 5 away. And they get a penalty.
Sam Lasani hand on ball.
Sam Lasani pinged there. They're all over it, the referees. Grant Atkins and Gavin Reynolds.
In line with me, Isaac, wherever you want to take it. Right, Tunnel.
And restart a play. Manor with a little bit of a shuffle there. 2 career tries. Nice day to get your third for Timmy Manor. De Goyes goes wide to a leaping Norman. No, well tackled. And has lost the ball. Johnson. Well, they're patting him on the back. You're not often talking about big tackles from Johnson, but there was one there.
I know it's very easy from up here, Bossy, but I thought the play was out the back. You know, if there's one area where they've been able to show the Warriors some trouble, and there's the lost ball from Manu. There's been one place it's been out the back with Reece Robinson coming around on this left-hand side. That's where they have shown themselves to be a little bit vulnerable, the Warriors.
They're just giving themselves a chance now. It's 9 of 16 completion rate, coming off a week where they completed at 62%, a season low. Now, there's points in this Parramatta side, and the fans believe that. They want to believe that. As Qatar's on the run again. Kawadi again at the tackle, and this is Nathan Friend, one of the oldest in the game, 34 years of age. Isaac Luke coming to the club next year. Lassie with it for the Warriors. So he's the man who's picked up the major minutes with Hoffman off early. 3 minutes into the game it was, so Hoffman left the field. We're now at minute number 36. Probably in McFadden's game plan, he was thinking of no more than 30 all up for Lassie. He's got that in one half. Radradra will play it. Semi doesn't pass this time. He's going to be driven. It's all momentum. It's a lone dropout for Parramatta. And even as big as Semi Radradra is, you can still be turned backwards like that.
Well, I don't know what's the greater play. Is it the great kick that we saw there from Sean Johnson, or is it the defence? Thompson's in there. Peyrou's in there. Wright joins in. He had the option to pass Sammy, and he said, no, I'll do it myself, which I admire that. You say, I'll take on the workload. Maybe his body height could have been a bit better to get a bit lower, but great bit of defensive work, and the kick from that man, Sean Johnson.
Wait for it, boys. Hold here for me, Paul.
Second line dropout of the day for Parramatta. Corey Norman gets one away. Lawler here fields it, and the young fella, Vete, runs it back. Rips and tears as he comes back. 35 away from the Eels line. A ripping and a tearing. Now Mannering with it. Chance to come up with a third try of this first half. 18-0 was the scoreline 2 years ago. Here the Parramatta led the Warriors at halftime. Thompson just loses a leg in the Norman tackle. From the line, another slow play. The ball, they're pushing the envelope, the Parramatta defenders. As Alasone with Mannering, wanted to offload, can't get the ball away. There's frantic hands up both sides from Parramatta. Again, the play, the ball is slowed down. Friend with it. Johnson holds it up, leaves it up. John Ryan in game 100 has come up with something wrong, and then Semi has put a foot on the line.
Knock on first.
No advantage, Parramatta, but Jonathan Wright's catch, run a couple of steps and plunge over for the Warriors' third try. That's what probably should have happened.
To be fair, oh no, it was a low pass. It was out of the zone. Gee, Casey Badger got that exactly right. You mentioned she was one of the best in the business. It's because Semi was away. Yeah, back to Jonathan Wright. It was a little low, but he should have taken that. And as you say, he gets straight across. But celebrating our women in league, Semi Radradra wanted to take off downtown, but our sideline official, Casey Badger,
Nathan,
Sally on the spot.
That's his second cut, mate.
Nathan, you have to get out the back.
Nicely put. Jonathan Wright has scored tries in each of the last 3 games. Pete's has got troubles again with blood underneath that bandaging. That was from the Interesting
Okay,
or
let's bring it
unusual
together.
collision he had with Hoffman earlier, and they both ended up on the deck.
Right, head in, Reece.
Head
Okay, in you get. Time back on.
to head. And now a scrum that almost went over sideways, and Robinson is with the ball. So a little over a minute remaining. A try would be nice, but even at 12-0 down, Brad Arthur will say, let's hold the ball a little more. We've created a few half chances.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can come up with. Although the line break count is 3-0 in this first half to the Warriors. Parramatta are threatened when they've got up the Warriors' end. And now with Kelly. Well, this is good. Norman gets it away. Parramatta not about to put the cue in the rack in this first half. Morgan, centrefield, Mo finds himself over on the right side now with that run. Last tackle, Parramatta. An opportunity to run it. Kelly sees that. Norman goes short, charging through his Paulie, hit the deck. Warriors have got it. Warriors have got the ball, but again, threatening, can't execute at the final moment.
No, the most promising thing from Brad Arthur's point of view is that they've had their opportunities, the Warriors. They've created a few, and they've clearly been the better side in this first half, but it is just 12-0. They've stayed in the fight, Parramatta. They've stayed in the fight. And if things do go their way in the second half, if they can execute and can complete, then they've given themselves a real chance.
I think it's a fair summation from a Warriors' point of view. They'll be reasonably satisfied, but they are down 2 on the bench. It's not going to be easy. Game 1 of Super Saturday. Warriors lead Parramatta 12 points to 0. Let's go down to Joel on ground.
Nathan, tough first half, mate. As evidence, as you can see here, how do you sum it up?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just we didn't complete very well in the start. It was quite hot, so it made it tough for ourselves, but we stuck in there towards the end, so, obviously 12-0 was disappointing, but still 40 minutes to go, so hopefully we can go better than that.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah, well done. Thank you, Nathan Peets and Joel on the sideline. So, Super Saturday, wherever you're watching, hope you're enjoying this one. Warriors leading Parramatta 12-0 to the boys in the studio after the break.
Products, relationship banking, and community support. Proud corporate partner of the Parramatta Eels.
Feeling hungry? Head up to the kiosk and try out the irresistibly delicious onion rings and shrimp chips, brought to you by Non-Sheep, proud supporter of the Parramatta Eels.
very proud to welcome representatives from our gold charity partners to the field. As we say thanks and present them with $10,000, please give a big round of applause to Camflight and the Children's Hospital at Westmead. The Royal McDonald households are unable to be here today as they're holding their telethon. With David Gow paid them a visit this morning to say thanks.
And David, you also come there with more gifts, yes? You've got a wonderful check for us.
Yeah, absolutely. On behalf of the deal with Parramatta Eagles, like I said, our support is only going in, and the boys love nothing more than coming down, and it's our pleasure to donate 10 grand to our Ronald House.
That is absolutely fantastic. 10,000 very important dollars.
Remove action doesn't stop when the full-time whistle blows. Joint Eels legends Mick Bella and Nathan Carlos back at the Parramatta Leagues Club Auditorium for a live post-match wrap-up of the game.
Behind me, I have four wonderful groups of two contestants. They will be competing in a three-legged race, manoeuvring their giant beach balls all around the field and right through the goalpost to win our competition. Now behind me, if you can give me a wave, couples, I should have Wayne and Donna. I should have Darren and Donna, Graham and Nick, and Brendan and Mark. Now, if you are ready, Australia balls. I'll tell you what, it's tougher than it looks. I'm going to tell you right now. Well, boys, how do you feel after that? You look absolutely exhausted, mate. Was that tough? Mate, how are you feeling? All right? Did you think you were going to make it? Also here in the goal will take home food hampers thanks to Arab
Don't know about that.
How do you feel your team work went out there today? Well, look, we look forward to having you back another year, giving another crack, and you won't go home empty-handed. We hope you enjoy your show bags from Parabank Australia. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you very much to Aaron Bank Australian branch, the closest branch is 74 Macquarie Street at Parramatta.
Super Saturday here from Pertex Stadium, and the Warriors and the Eels not far away from coming out on the ground for the second half. An amazing run the Warriors have over the Eels, but if you're a Parramatta fan, you've got to appreciate the positive.
Lean to the positive, Andrew.
That's it. Round 18 last year, Warriors led 30-0 at half-time. Round 3 this year, Warriors led 20-0 at half-time, 22-0 at half-time. Round 10 today, 12-0. So it's getting better. It's getting better. And look, if you trail by 12 going into the last 10 minutes of a match, you're thinking you're going to back yourself. So if you're trailing by 12 at half-time, if Brad Arthur can get this side thinking positively, improve on a 9 out of 18 completion rate, then you just don't know.
And as I mentioned, the most satisfying thing from Brad Arthur's point of view is despite all that dominance of possession and field position that the Warriors had in the first half, it's only 12-0. You know, they probably should have scored, well, definitely scored another one with Jonathan Wright knocking on with the line open, but at the end of the day, they didn't. So they're still very much in this game, the Parramatta side, and a Warriors side that have shown some good glimpses, but I don't think Andrew McFadden will be that pleased with what he saw in that first 40 minutes as well. So game very much in the balance. We're looking for someone to grab hold of it.
Pretty big first half from the captain. 9 hit-ups and 19 tackles. This is game 500 for the Warriors. Their previous milestone efforts via the Fox Sports Lab, they won game 100 and 400, and they lost game 200 and 300. So I don't know whether a sequence is big enough to work out if what's going to happen in game 500. But for the record, the Warriors have won 233 out of their 499 matches since their entry in the competition in 95. Manu Ma'u, as I mentioned last year, gee, he was devastating against the Warriors round 1. We sat up and took notice, thought, who's this bloke? Where's he been? And he ripped them apart on the left-hand side. That was round 1 last year.
And he's shown a couple of times this year with his footwork to get outside defenders, inside defenders, and go off either foot. He's shown the capacity to be able to be a good attacking weapon on that left-hand side as well.
Second half underway at Pertek. The home team trail by 12. The Warriors are down 2 men on the bench. Keep that in mind going into the second 40 minutes. And Parramatta clearing Tim Mann of the problem in the first half. They look to have a clean bill of health with their 17 players. So to centre field they come with Mannering. Lousy remains out there, so he's into his 38th minute of the match. This is Friend. He won't be replaced now. Lasone beyond the 30-metre line. Off goes Nathan Friend.
It's Isaac de Gois put his hand straight up after that tackle, touching his cheekbone or jaw.
Yeah, it appears high up. Isaac de Gois has done his own medical and he's ruled himself out. So he's with the trainer, he's gone. Parramatta have it with Semi Radradra. Dramatic afternoon now at Pertek for both teams on the injury front. Disconsolate Isaac de Gois straight up the tunnel. What a day. 5 metres into the Warriors half. Parramatta with it, played by Paulie, and then with Fayoso. So they are down to 3 on the bench. 35 away, centre field, Manna to Kelly, Kelly to Norman. Norman sizes them up, links up with Hopewadi. Not quite as fluid as they would hope, but enough to get them inside the 20 on the last. Peaks. Kelly will bomb out to the wing. Jonathan Roth has lost it. It's there for Parramatta. It is there for Anthony Watmo. Watmo in a blue and gold jumper.
I have tackle 1. I have a try. Please review. Onside and then grounding by Watmo.
May have his first for Parramatta. Anthony Watmo in the 73rd of his career.
All right, let's have a look at this on the replay. But first, Brad Takarangi is in some trouble after this contest in the air as well. It's Kelly that puts the kick up. Norman got around on the right-hand side. Oh, do we say Anthony Watmo is onside?
It's all a lottery after that.
So there's the knock-on from Jonathan Wright.
and may have just glanced the boot of Takairangi. And the put down seems okay.
Yeah, no problem there.
Your point about Watmo, if he's onside, gee, it's only just. It is only just on the kick being put up. He was the man directly at the side of Kelly.
Well, it seems like they've accepted that, the video referees, Steve Chitty and Daniel Irvine. And that's a try.
Yeah, it looked better from the other angle, to be honest. We're looking, you know, if you prove it from one, that he's nailed it. Here is the decision. Parramatta fans, get ready. They're on the board. It could be 12-6 in just a moment. A little bit of luck there. But they are back. And Watmo has his first in a Parramatta jumper in his 10th game for the club. 73 for the career. As I mentioned in the first half, not too far away from game 300. This is 296 today.
It's a fair career, isn't it? 296 NRL games. Good news for Parramatta Eels fans too. Brad Takairangi is up, no problem. He did have a lower leg concern coming out of that contest, but he's taken his spot there ready for the kickoff. Now over to you, Luke Kelly.
Yeah, comes in for Sando, takes over as goal kicker. 20 metres in from touch. They're all vital. This to get them back to a converted try. The difference, a little stab is wide from Luke Kelly. Oh.
Do I need to remind you, Chris Sando 8 from 8 in New South Wales Cup?
Has to hurt a little that. And just on the personal stats of Watmo from the Fox Sports Lab, his first try against the Warriors since 2008 for the Manly Seagulls.
Waiting to get that update too on Isaac de Gois. Didn't look good. Straight away the diagnosis, as he mentioned, came from himself, but that's a concern.
Manner from the kickoff as a Seagull has to get out of there quick smart as Manner ran it back. A lone Seagull. Can a lone Seagull be a lone wolf? I don't know. As the ball with Fayoso back over the 20. And Pete's to the left side they go with Norman. So here's the aggression. Paulie, Fayoso, Terapo. They'd all scare starving dogs out of butcher shops. Just let them run. Let them go.
There's your mark.
Now they get a roll on here against Parramatta.
Mark is here.
But Paulie's come on and he's been spectacular. A couple of really strong charges. He's a giant of a man. Since his first grade debut, he spent time in the Holden Cup and time in the New South Wales Cup. But it's clear that he's a player with talent.
Fayoso, another big run. We'll get the latest from Joel in just a moment. There's another penalty to Parramatta. Let's just see what they do. They will go for the sideline. Down to you, Joel. What's the story with Isaac de Gois?
Yeah, so they went up the tunnel, and the staff of Parramatta have said it's a cut to above the ear. So I get the sense he's getting some stitches, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does come back, Isaac de Gois. Now, Brad Arthur did say at half-time, he stressed to his team, they are down to 15. If they can get 50% possession, he strongly believes they'll come over the top of him.
Was the knee of Sam Lasone. I'd have to look at that a little closer, that one, that contacted Isaac de Gois. Certainly not the elevation of Conrad Hurrell's last week, though. But let's stick with the play. 15 minutes out, and Parramatta with Fayoso. 9 away from the line. The margin is 8 points. Pete's left side. Norman cut-out ball. Here they come. Sammy Radradra. 5.5 minutes gone, second half. And almost all the deficit has been erased. If only the national budget was so easy, Joe Hockey?
Oh, forget about fatigue in the second half. They've come out when they're fresh, the Warriors, and the Parramatta Eels are blowing them off the park. That's what we spoke about in the first half a number of times. The left-hand side, they've had players in motion, more numbers than the Warriors. This time they got it exactly right. Takairangi was key. Beautiful long pass there. Committed the winger, and Sammy Radradra, he doesn't miss out 2 weeks in a row at Pertex Stadium.
Never has. Never has. And his 5th try in just his 4th game for the year. He had that injury in round 2 this season.
Look at the strike rate. 83%.
19 tries last year in 24 games. He's now got 29 in game 35. The crowd are starting to sing. 6.5 gone second half. A 12-0 deficit is now 12-8. Although Luke Kelly, he can't be feeling too good after that previous, and I'll stand by the comment, a stab. See what he comes up with from. Actually, I probably think he's happy to have one from the sideline to try and correct it.
Because you're not expected to kick it.
That's it.
The goal-kicking guru on the panel, Joel Kane, will tell us more.
Yeah. Former leading highest point scorer in a season.
Yeah.
Here goes Kelly from the sideline, but again he's gone left. Well, Joel, what do you make of it? Luke Kelly, 12-8, the goal kicking.
I think you're accurate the first time, Vossi. He is stabbing it, head down, follow through. He needs to get behind it a bit more, but only about 20 metres to the left of me is the great man himself, Daryl Halligan. I'll have to outsource that question to him, I think.
Daryl went on record a few weeks ago as nominating Jared Croker as the best kicker in the league, and we will see Jared Croker tomorrow. That big match against St George Illawarra from Wynn Stadium. How good's that going to be?
150th for Jared Croker.
Exactly right, the boy from Goulburn. So huge game tomorrow, but huge 33 minutes, maybe more, to come here at Pertec. Man, that's quite a wrestle there from Sione Lausi. That was a sort of a different coat hanger tackle. It was an actual, literally applying a coat hanger to the back of the collar. Love what I'm seeing from the Eels bench man. Here's another one off that big Paulie. Have a look at him. Paulie. They don't know what to grab. Up the halfway, the Eels looking outstanding now. Norman running at will. That is tackle number 4. They're 30 metres from the Warriors line. Watmo, he offloads. Now it goes right. In the first half, that would have been put down. Fayoso gathers it in. Last tackle, Parramatta. Kelly runs at Norman. Then Hopewadi gets a kick in. Lolohea is there. Lolohea has got the ball, but a penalty.
10, kick chase. Manu is inside 10.
All over it. Referee Atkins. Gee, they headed that, the Warriors.
Gee, it's really interesting the role that Corey Norman's playing, and we saw it at the back end of the first half, and we've seen it quite a bit in this second half, even the first 8 and a bit minutes. But he's getting himself on the right-hand side as well as the left-hand side. He's playing like a fullback. Now he's defending up in the front line, and Reece Robinson is defending in the fullback position. But Corey Norman's playing like he is the fullback in this game, and he's trying to create that extra man on the edge. Didn't quite work on that occasion. But that's what the plan is for Parramatta.
Nice collision there again. You saw on screen the stat there, Warriors only 20% of the ball in the second half so far. And I think Lausi might be on his last breath, figuratively speaking, at the moment. He may need a break if Vannon can afford it. Townsend out to Johnson, and then it's put down. The Warriors inside their own half. Lawler here squanders it. Parramatta, the back slapping is there. They can sense more points coming, perhaps.
Well, what they can sense is that they're going to get the football, and of course that works for their possession stat that Coach Arthur spoke about at half-time. Joel gave us the message: stay in this game, and if you can do that, fatigue at the back end will get the better of the Warriors. And when you start doing stuff like that with the football, not completing your sets, especially when they look so dangerous around that right-hand side, it just comes back to haunt you. Sione Lausi, we can see him lagging in the defensive line already.
And look at this, set play from the scrum. Radra comes over the right side and throws down Solomon Akata. 39 away, and look at Mo now. All of them are running like their lives depend on it. Jimmy said their premiership campaign lies depended on it pre-match. Now Watmo runs freely. And the Warriors' defence is under the pump. 15 from the line. Pete's show out to Norman. Norman straightens. It really is all hands on deck here for the visitors. Marcelino and Friend there. Manor has a little look. Mannering, Lillyman, friend as well. Last tackle, Parramatta. What a big play this is. Peets to Kelly, to Norman. He's only got one outside of him. Townsend has played at it. And it'll be a Parramatta scrum feed.
Goes out in the full where Gavin is. Sorry, no.
No, bounce.
No, I didn't mean to say that. It's your ball, scrum there.
Okay, scrum feed Parramatta. Where was the winger? Ryan Morgan was there. They just needed the extra man. Just happened to be one short. In the end, it's worked out okay for them. But there again, Corey Norman, he'd played the ball the play before, and still Luke Kelly said, come on, get on your bike. You've got a job to do around the back here for us.
I love the set play they had on the previous scrum, and they're getting set for something again on this one.
Well, there's Paulie out at centre.
Yeah. Look out, it's coming his way. Norman, they skip out Paulie. They find Takarangi, who is 20 away from the Warriors' line. Not quite a big score on the incredible metre that play from the scrum. As Parramatta now with the ball 10 from the line. 12-0 it was just 12 minutes ago. Now 12-8. Peets, Kelly, the shape is good. Norman, and up the one, he passes without looking, and Morgan goes back for it. Sometimes too clever. 19 away from the line, still with Parramatta. Norman putting his imprimatur on this match right now. He's steering the ship. 10 away from the line, Peets. Mo Robinson runs into Qatar, wants to offload. They get there himself, and now he's over and out.
That's really good Warriors defence. If they continue to do that, Parramatta, they'll have some success. You can see fatigue is starting to be a factor already. We're only 13 minutes into the second half. Tired players for the Warriors, and a lot of that's come about because there's been a lot of possession for Parramatta in this second half. In fact, possession overall for the game now is even up to 50-50.
Parramatta might go for the push in this scrum the way they were shaping there. An update on Isaac de Gois in just a moment. Comes out safely there for the Warriors. Omalo with the ball. Joel sideline, what's the latest on de Gois?
Yeah, it hasn't been a great day, has it, Vossi, for the dummy halves? We know about Leilua, of course, Lulawai, should I say, Thomas Lulawai, but we're talking about Isaac de Gois now. They're suspecting it might be a fractured cheekbone, so that would have major consequences on the Parramatta Eels for the rest of the season.
And now Lillyman with the ball, and de Gois came to the club last year with the season-ending injury to Nathan Peets. And now Mannering has it. I have no doubts that Nathan Peets can play major minutes, and he does. He plays both hooker and back row. As Johnson has launched this downfield over the head of Robinson. Robinson back to his own in goal. There is a Graham Blackwell coming for the Warriors. Robinson does well. Gets outside the 10. And now Radradra with it. Quite an eventful day down that channel for Wright v Radradra today. Both have had opportunities. Now Hopewadi with the ball. Outside the 30. And Peets is having a stormer in this second half. And by the way, he's up to 39 tackles as well, Nathan Peets. Takarangi with it. Has offloaded on the bounce. Peets will get it again. There is an overlap right-hand side. Out to Hopewadi. Shrugs away from Townsend. Last tackle, Parramatta. No. Centrefield, Norman kicks a little long. He was under pressure. Wants it to pull up. It's not going to do that.
Touch and goal, Ross.
And that's a disappointing end, really. Touch and goal, and 7 tackle set Warriors right there.
I can't imagine he wanted to kick it there at all, Corey Norman.
Wait till he's tapped it.
Not a good kick, not a good finish to the set. But you can see the change in the game. The tide has turned dramatically. There's more energy in Parramatta. You can see them getting off their line defensively. They are taking the words from Brad Arthur at half-time and really applying them into this second 40.
Jeffrey Atkins really squealing, screaming his instructions out as the Warriors turn it over. Morgan is onto the ball. The Warriors now, their completion rate has gone south. And Watmo has it 30 away. They're having trouble getting out of their own half now, the Warriors. 12-8 scoreline. The way they're going, they look like they've got another try in them, the Warriors. 21 from the line. Parramatta are set left here. Look out, here they come. Kelly with it. Kelly to Norman. They're working towards Radradra. Robertson, in goes Sammy again! Sammy, Radradra, round you, whatever you want. He scored again. Hang on.
Chids have tackle 4. I have no try. Please review touching goal line and then the grounding.
It has to be on the advice of the sideline official, the no try call. Can't really get a read off Semi.
Well, that means all the players that went through, there was no issue with obstruction, because immediately when they sent it upstairs, I thought, oh, maybe there's an obstruction issue, but they're suggesting it was the Lola here getting across.
Casey Badger. She's got it again.
No try.
No try at all. Semi Radradra. And credit to Lola here.
Yeah.
Putting his body on the line.
Do we be hypercritical and say Semi's body height, body position could have been better? Get lower?
Let's go to the winger, the goal-kicking specialist, the former winger, Joel Kane. What do you think, Joel?
Look, I just would love to have seen Jimmy Smith taking on the Sydney Tigers here back in the day, diving in that corner, Jim. Look, I think you're being a bit hypercritical.
Wow, Sydney Tigers, great memories there. The Sydney Tigers playing at Parramatta Stadium. What were they thinking? Now Lillyman with the ball for the Warriors. 35 metres away from their own line. Forward pass from Nathan Fred. Look at me. Someone's missed it. They've all missed it. Except for everyone else who's at the game. As now Fred gets inside the Parramatta half. So 23 to go. What a captivating second half it has been. Lasone is out there again for the Warriors. Gripping stuff, really, at 12-8. Friend on for Martellino. Last tackle, been a while since they've been down this end. The Seagulls long gone. Townsend kicks out towards Hopewani. He's got it with a little bit of protection. And Parramatta start to set 5 away from their own line. But still stacks of time in this game.
The Seagulls long gone, but the tactic of putting it high into that corner has stayed with the Warriors. And for the first time this half, they've been able to execute it.
Robinson. Warriors bench down by 2. Parramatta's down by 1. The big human Paulie out on the left side. Slow play the ball. 11 inside their own half. Pizzas everywhere at the moment. But there is no shortage of determined runners. That's been the catalyst for the comeback from Parramatta. It was Terapo that time. A good set with a kick on the end. Across goes Lula here. Warriors inside their 20. Lots of chasers there. Pizzas playing a great hand for Parramatta. 42 tackles now. The Warriors come out of trouble and they haven't completed a set down this end for a while. Now 20 or 28. I think they've had 5 incomplete sets in this second half. Friend runs off. Valuable meters for the Warriors. And almost back to the 40. Now Johnson, Lillyman, hoping to get a 9th state of origin for Queensland on the side announced on Tuesday. Up on halfway, the Warriors. Johnson runs it away from Paulie. Through to himself inside. Parramatta have knocked it with Takai Rangi, but did I just see that? Or did you see it? Did he pass inside to himself and then grab it? Sean Johnson?
No.
No, he didn't. Oh, right, okay. Oh, well, back to work. I thought he looked up and passed left and then grabbed it himself. There he goes. This way. Oh, that's after it. No, not that.
That's
then Thompson. And then knocked there.
Yeah.
By Takai Rangi.
But that's dangerous. That is dangerous. That's just Paulie charging up on Sean Johnson. Mismatch completely there, physically, but also footwork. You're just inviting trouble there.
Well, Johnson's looking lively again. If they get a run of possession, he is looking ominous right now, the number 7. Warriors with the ball. Mannering, and now Parramatta, having come this far and got within 4. Now defence. Defend. Martellino with the ball. 12 from the line. Crowd at its most vocal right now. Townsend goes short for Mannering. Mo makes the tackle. A good one with Kelly. Friend races up the dummy half. Lillyman, the run around. The Warriors like this. Townsend out the back. Here's Johnson. Johnson, a skip and a hop, and then a risky ball. He says, good luck, Dominic Payru. Payru has it as we go into the final quarter of the game. Super Saturday on Fox Sports. Last tackle, Townsend's kick across field. 5 minutes out, big back. It comes from Martellino. Still the last tackle. It comes away at Johnson. Johnson puts up a second kick. Rodriguez underneath that. Sammy this time has it, and now he's running. I don't know what he did with the tap. He leapt in the air as he got close enough to the centre of the 20.
Wow, 7 tackle set coming up here for Parramatta, but gee, they had an opportunity there, the Warriors. He got himself in a 3-on-2 situation, Sean Johnson. He got Takarangi to come to him, and Payru came back on the inside. All he wanted to do was pass, and it would have been a Warriors try in that far corner.
The meters made in this second half, Parramatta, as compared to the Warriors, there's a big difference. Eels with these sorts of runs. Saw Mahu on the previous, then Terapo. Pete's now with Kelly. Kelly for Norman. Norman and in front. Maybe Norm knocked forward, I thought. There from Robinson, had to be. To Takarangi. Eels with it, 25 from the line. Milking again the call. Crowd didn't like it. Pete's across he goes. Mahu. And he's offloaded. Has to be. For the corner. Morgan flies over. Gets airborne. Scores for the Eels. 12-0 it was. That's old news. 12-all score with 18 to go.
Well, they're not going to give Luke Kelly an easy kick this afternoon, but it was a spectacular try from the Eels. I still reckon it's a no-look pass from Will Hopewadi. He had all the time in the world. Mahu's switched across from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, and he's caused problems down here as well. They get caught short, going sideways. As soon as he engaged Kata, he knew he had him. And that's exactly what Sean Johnson tried to do for the Warriors at the other end of the field. Dominic Payru came in back on the inside, and they missed their opportunity. Not Parramatta, not Will Hopewadi, and not that man on screen, Ryan Morgan.
Yeah, I was watching this. It seemed like a signal from the bench. Reece Robinson take this kick. He started walking over towards where Kelly was standing, waiting for advice, and then he was turned around, and Kelly's going to take the shot.
Turned around by who, Luke Kelly?
Well, it seemed that Kelly was happy to stand there, but it appeared as if the trainer and Robinson started walking over for the shot. But a change of mind, and Kelly's going to have it. None from 2, 12-all scoreline. Morgan, who ended a 14-game try-scoring drought last week with a 4-pointer against Melbourne, now has 2 in 2 weeks. And there is 16 and a half to go. Luke Kelly. This is a big one. Centimetres in from touch. To put Parramatta in front. For the first time today, there's no fade. It's across the face. I don't know whether he gets another shot.
Oh, Reece Robinson, come on down.
12-all scoreline from the Fox Sports Lab, you know.
Yes.
Going all the way back to the start of 2011. 26 times Parramatta had been kept scoreless in a first half. 25 times they'd lost those matches. The one they won, yes. They trailed by 12 against the Warriors and got up to win. In fact, it was Manly, but they trailed by 12.
That was last year, that game against Manly. Cracking game on a Friday night.
That's it. That's the one. And here comes the running again of Terapo. Terapo, Fayoso, Pauly. Giving it their all for Parramatta. A team down on confidence going into today. They've now scored 3 tries to 2 the Eels. Watmo is held up. 30 out from his own line. Peets. Moira. It is just beyond the 40-metre line. Away goes Peets again. He thought he had the markers offside. Norman, Kelly, they rushed up. It was free. He'll still kick. He's gone high. Lawler here. And right out there, right all. Oh, it's got it. Oh, that was sneaking down the body, that ball.
Just under 15 minutes remaining. Every play becomes a big play, doesn't it? You catch that football, you start your set, you drop that football, you put all sorts of pressure on your side that we already know is struggling from a physical output point of view. They're down to the 15. Tired players out there, players asked to play extra minutes that they haven't had to do throughout the course of 2015.
57% of the ball in the first half. The Warriors now possession overall is back to 50 apiece as Takairangi gets physical on Johnson. Parramatta by my count have completed 10 or 12 sets this second half. That's had a little deflection on it, but it straightens up. Robinson, surely he finds Radradri, looked the left and right, eventually got him. Semi bucks his way into Friend. And the Warriors, they're 5 of 10 sets completed in this second half. Oh no, Parramatta. Oh dear. Semi.
Well, we've got to remember it's Semi's first game back from injury too. Second game. Right, last week, of course, he missed out on the try. But he's getting fatigued too.
Yeah.
Well, what a chance then for the Warriors. Scrum 30 metres out from the line.
Head in again, Reece. Don't break till you hear out, boys.
Have a listen to all the instructions.
Let's go.
Right here.
Go head in.
Then go, Reece.
Head in, Ben.
Wait.
Out.
Ball is out. Peyru's got it for the Warriors. Tackle 1. Take stock of it. 13 minutes to go. 12-all scoreline. Warriors 20 metres away from the line. They thought they had another forward pass there, the crowd, against the Warriors. I tend to be on their side on that one again. Mannering now. You'd have to think too early for a field goal. But then again, you never know. Friend, right side. Townsend straightens Lillyman. Lillyman was looking to pass. Wraps it under the wing. Peets makes tackle 48. Friend, Townsend, left side, doesn't pass this time. No, him up in defence. Back to the 10. Last for the Warriors. Hasn't been a flash set, to be honest. Johnson across field, not his highest. It's lost into the arms of Radradra, who's lost the ball, and then Parramatta forced the knock on. But it could have been a Warriors try with one pass. What a scramble.
Well, that kick from Shaun Johnson was his first involvement in that set. You know, some of the brilliant things we've seen him do over the course of the last 2 weeks. And yet he doesn't get involved in that set of 6 until the kick. And then it becomes a chance. Oh. Sam Lasoni picks that ball up and flicks it out. They score. But here's a great opportunity. Warriors on the attack.
There's Moira offside in enforcing the knock-on. And that is run round, and now penalty goes to Parramatta. I raise that because if he's offside enforcing the knock-on, the penalty's a greater advantage for the Warriors there at 12-all, isn't it? There's 11 and a half to go. Warriors blow their chance. We move on. What an afternoon. Two sides trying to find their best.
Well, who's the star? Who's the star that blows open the game? It's Johnson for the Warriors.
Yeah,
and from what we've seen, it's Corey Norman for the Eels.
Yeah, possibly. I still lean towards the aggressive running. Maybe it's going to be Mahu on an edge. Or maybe it's Moyoroa out on the left now. Warriors Warriors' petrol gauge is a little low. Here's Norman out to Moira. Runs and Johnson gets a help from Peyru to make the tackle. Parramatta 40 metres away from the Warriors line. Danny Wicks with it. He's 7th hit up of the day. 33 away now. Peets to centre field. Kelly to Norman. Norman flicked pass. Not touched. Cleaned up. And will be played by Hopewadi. Last tackle, Parramatta. Kelly's going to bomb out towards the wing of right again. He's had a mixed afternoon. Right have collided mid-air. Peyru's got the ball for the Warriors. Super Saturday into the last 10. Titan Sharks warming up at Seabus. Melbourne South to complete the night. Can't wait for Dragons and Raiders tomorrow.
Well, here's the replay. Jonathan Wright's landed right on his back. He's in distress. The trainer's with him, but the trainer's got his thumb up and said he's got to play on because he's got to play on. There's no one left.
That's the verdict. And now Martelino with the ball for the Warriors. Now's not the time probably for the offload. Last tackle. They need a big kick here. And it'll come from Townsend. And he's going to go close to the sideline. Robinson will cut it off. Lacey Robinson with the ball. Sprints back. The crowd is out of their seats. At 12-all with 9 to go. Warriors played the thriller last week against the Sharks. It was 10-all into the final 7. That's when all the entertainment started. Takairangi. Jimmy's observed that Paulie has run back on. And the ground moves again. Norman to centre field for Kelly. Run it. Hopewadi. Hopewadi straightens. Hopewadi's inside the half. Unloads for Morgan. And that is tackle number 4 for the Blue and Golds. At no stage of the match have they led. None from 3 off the boot of Kelly. Last tackle. Peets, Kelly kicks high this time towards Lulahea. He'll be under pressure on taking it. Needs to get the ground, Lulahea, and does so. Trying to see how many interchanges. The Warriors are just making their 9th right now. Lousy coming back into the game. Remembering if we go to Golden Point, they had a couple on. Warriors and Parramatta.
Well, whichever side wins it, and maybe neither side wins, but we'll get to that shortly, but whichever side wins it's going to claim it as a famous victory. An out-of-sorts Eels side down 12-0 at half-time, come back and win, or you see a loose pass there from Lawler here. A 15-man Warriors who lost the important Ryan Hoffman in the 3rd minute go on to win it. So either side's got a story.
Look at this. Thrown back to Johnson. He's going to run it on the last. Then he puts a kick in, which has just got over halfway and bounces into the hands of Radradra. The golden boot was wobbly. Parramatta have possession. Full set. 7 minutes to go. Eels with just 3 wins this year. 1 win from their last 5, and that was described by their coach Brett Arthur as scratchy against the Knights. That it was. But it's great to hear the Parachute going up at Pertek. Now Peets. And then on to Manor. He's 21 from the line. And Lassie stripped it off him. If they say 1-on-1, let's play on. If it was 2-on-1, it's a penalty in front. What a call.
What if it was 3-on-1? Surely there are at least 2 players in that tackle.
Well, unless you're saying that he's just lost the ball. Well, that's a massive moment, that is. 6.5 to go. Would have been penalty in front. Now, friend under Vete picked out Peets to run it. By the way, Peets, raise your bat. He's got his 50. He's now 51. 39 metres from the line. Townsend, out the back, Johnson, quick hands, on the spin, Qatar. Well, now I'm thinking field goal. There's 6 to go. Johnson will go to centre field. And he is the master of so many different kicks. They also have Townsend as an option. It's coming back. It goes to Townsend. Right in front. Townsend nails it at first. minutes.
No.
That's a lifetime.
Ask the Cronulla Sharks. That is a lifetime. I tell you what, he pushed Sean Johnson out of the way to take the kick. He got really good blockage from his players on the inside. The chasers were nowhere. They must have known it was happening.
Stay back.
There's the Timmy Manor one. I reckon they got it right, the referees. I reckon he lost the football.
Well, then it's a massive wrap for them at such a crucial moment. The two referees, Reynolds and Atkins, combined. Lillyman will play it. The Warriors' last 3 games, they have won by 4 points each of them. They have become accustomed to the close finish. But it's whether they can do it back-to-back weekends. Mannering is 25 away. They lost the 2 leading up to the Cronulla game, to the Cowboys and the Titans. Thompson, good tackle there by Wicks, held on to the leg. Now trying to get away from dummy half. And Vetti is 5 short of halfway now. They must get a big kick in. Nothing fancy. Ken Johnson. Well, I'm surprised by that. He's taken it over the sideline. I'd be going long, but that's me. What about you, Jimmy?
Well, one of the things that has worked for them all afternoon, and what we've seen as a feature, is the high kick into the corner. We heard from Joel Kane exactly why. Tackle the big winger, put them on their back, don't get the good start to the set. And yet with 4 minutes remaining on the clock, Sean Johnson has said, all right, that's enough. 1 point in front's enough.
Let's go down to the sideline. Joel, lapping it up.
Yeah, look, we've seen today they have not got a goal kick at Parramatta, but to my liking, I don't think they've got a recognised field goal exponent either, so they need to level this up at 13-all somehow, but who's the man to do so?
Well, it'd be rather nice for Kelly if it was him who was to do it with none from 3. Just remember, Parramatta, 3 tries to 2 here. 12-0 they trailed at half-time. Now, Hawaii with it. 15 short of halfway. Tackle number 2. A thriller at Pertek. Haven't the crowd found voice in this second half? Another runs into Vetti and bounces away. 5 from halfway. Peets goes back deep for Normal. Breaks down. He's thrown it into Paulie. Well, they're going to say play on there for Robinson. And they have it 3 metres inside the Warriors' half, but totally coming undone that play. Takarangi to centre field and then across field. Now we'll link up on the bounce. Nice trap by Hawaii. Well, that's clever. Last tackle, Parramatta. 3 to go. Let's see what they can deliver here. Kelly's got to bomb it. It's a beauty. It's spiraling. Good luck, Lola here. No one gets to it. It bounces up. Freoso keeps it alive for Norman. Still the last tackle. He checked with the referee. Passes for Rob Rogra. Rob Rogra's offloaded. Robinson. Back to Norman. I need to take a breath. It goes back to Takaragi. He's with it. He's inside the 30. Carries it like a tennis ball. Last tackle still. That started 3 minutes ago. Mena. Peets with it. Throws it over the top. The crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Robinson's got it for the 4th time. Takes on Johnson. Norman gets it. Start the tackle count. And finally a tackle.
Oh, can they hang in there, the Warriors? They didn't make a tackle for a minute, but they were in defence for a minute.
Do they go the field goal just to square it up at 13-all?
Chrissy Sando for field goal.
Well, that would come as a rather big surprise. 12 away from the line. Maybe the try is in the play. Robertson has crunched. Offloaded Kelly. Maiaroa is 2 metres from the line. Qatar. Townsend there. Takairangi. Kelly. Wicks takes a charge and is knocked off his feet. That's the 3rd. Here they come again. Bates is tackled on 4 by Friend. The play, the ball is slow. Wicks, dummies left, goes right. Hopewadi will jump out in front of Townsend. Almost ends up a nothing play. Last tackle. Kelly wants the shot. Kelly wants it. He's deep. He's got it. Kelly will take the snap. Kelly has taken it. Got it in. Red Kelly. It was wobbly. The trajectory of the ball was hardly perfect. But the Parramatta, it's beautiful. 13
was extra time. We're not there yet. There's 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining on the clock. But well done, Luke Kelly. He's none from 3 with the goal kicking. He is 1 from 1 with the field goals.
Okay, it's going to go long, boys.
I don't think they can go short here and risk Parramatta coming up with possession and getting a field goal attempt in the last minute of regulation play.
Stay back.
You reckon they go long?
I think you've got to go long. Let's see what Johnson has in mind. He does go long. Maybe Parramatta make a mistake. That's what they have to hope, the Warriors. This chant is uplifting. The Parramatta chant. Apologies to the Warriors fans, but for a team that has struggled of late, to hear the chant around the ground, the players have to be moved by it. We're into the final minute. 13 all. No goals from Parramatta today. But a final field goal to the man who missed with 3 shots. And both teams are 1 from 1 with their field goal attempts. Now that's tackle 4. They'll go for another 10 here. They're going to get one more shot from downtown. Mana's got the ball. Mana with a step. Well, why not do it again, Luke Kelly? Or Corey Norman. Here we go. Norman, 48 metres out. It's not going to go close. Lawler here gets across to it. Final 10 seconds of normal time. Back comes Lawler here. Full-time siren sounds. And you know what, baby? We're off the golden point. 13 all. Who saw this coming? We had
I tell you who saw it coming. Brad Arthur saw it coming at half-time. He said, stay in the game. Make sure you complete. Execute your plays. Get the possession stat in your favour if you can, and that's exactly what they've done. 51% to 49 Parramatta, and you will get this team. It's taken until the very end of the game, but they are in the fight. And for the Warriors, with their 15 men, the last thing they wanted was golden point.
Well, in terms of golden point, these two sides are ranked fairly low downs in victories in extra time. Parramatta have won only 3 out of 11, and the Warriors only 2 out of 8. They are not good percentages.
Okay, we need to play nice and direct and play from here. Make sure we play field position, right? Field position.
There we go. There's the key for Andrew McFadden. We're not going for 40-metre field goals. We don't need that. And then Simon Mannering said, no 7 tackle plays. So that goes, instead of a roll it in the end goal, that's going to be your high kick. And that's what they've been doing all day, the Warriors.
Great to be able to take you into the huddle there. You're watching it, Fox Sports, Sky Sport NZ. You heard it right from the coalface, the instructions emphatically delivered.
That's the fucking play we're going to get on
And obviously we apologise for some of the language that comes through, but that is the risk we run to get you as close as that.
But the insight there, though, Bossy, was they're fatigued. They are the fatigued team. And that's what Parramatta have played with this whole second half.
By the way, the Warriors, they haven't played a golden point game since 2009 from the Fox Sports Lab. That was against Penrith back in round 21, 09. And Parramatta's last one was round 16, 2012. And they came out the right side of the ledger. Chrissy Sando kicked the field goal in the 10th minute, the final minute of the extra time period, to win it for them.
What about this entertainment for the crowd that's come out today? What about the entertainment for those people who are watching at home in their living rooms? It's been spectacular.
Down to the sideline, Joel Kane.
What about the matchup here, head-to-head, the 2 number 7s, the 2 who nailed the field goals. You've got the Golden Boot winner against Luke Kelly. His first game of the year. What a way it would be for him to seal the deal.
Born in Katherine in the Northern Territory, Luke Kelly.
He's also St Gregory's College boy as well.
Now the ball boys are smiling. They're loving it. It's the best job in the world. Johnson gets us into extra time. At 13 all, Mana brings the ball back. And pressure on everyone here, the referees as well. Criticism often that the whistle gets tucked away. Wicks on tackle number 2. He's back to the 20. So they're going to need some big runs in the next few. Peets has been magnificent. 53 tackles and 7 runs of the footy. Will be played by Fayoso. He's outside the 30. On these increments, they'll be just over halfway on tackle 5.
Good run, Paulie.
That is tackle 4. Now they go short side. Norman does well. Norman's got them inside the 40. Well, if they want the shot, it's from a long way out. Kelly, he's got a bomb. Same instructions maybe as McFadden's. Pressure on Lolohea. He's got the ball for the Warriors. And they start a set 15 away from their own line.
Real percentage play there, Parramatta, wasn't it? Couldn't quite get that distance to have a legitimate shot. Okay, let's play the high percentage play. High kick, make it tough for them to start their set. And the Warriors on tackle 3, still only 30 metres out from their own line.
Yeah, and now for Qatar. By the way, don't discount the long-range shot coming up to the 5th minute. You know, the change of ends. Don't think that Johnson isn't thinking, well, I know what the coach said, but if I get a crack 30 seconds to go, so Johnson will kick for placement. He'll try and get it to the sideline. Oh, no! Gee! If Sammy lets it go at 7 tackles, I'm sure it goes touching goal. Instead, it's tackle 1, 10 away from the line.
Simon Mannering was cursing on his way on that kick chase. And then Sammy saved them.
So now Hopewadi with the ball on the pickup. 2 minutes gone in extra time. Golden point here at Pertek. Parramatta trailed 12-0 at half-time. We kept saying that they were still in the contest.
Well, the Warriors have stopped. The defensive line hasn't moved forward this set.
Tackle 4. Fayoso doesn't pass. That's 5. He's offloaded. Robertson, big chance to run it here. Takaragi with it. He's inside the Warriors' half. He's offloaded. No! It's down on the deck from Semi. And then he's made a tackle on right. The Warriors have possession. They're all up on the bench. The Warriors, the Eels, everyone in the crowd.
Here's the Warriors' chance. Start to the set. Second tackle is 1 on halfway.
Yeah, well, because they dropped it, it was 0 tackle.
Yep.
And that is tackle number 2, 40 metres away. Mannering, it's a field goal shootout. But if they rush up on Johnson, what if he runs like last week? Townsend, back to Lousy. Lousy offloads, and in front of Lolohea. Paulie gets him in his sights. And he's all over him. 29 from the line. Are they going to wait to the last as well, Fete? That's close enough for them. It is tackle number 5. Johnson in position. He'll get one crack. Johnson, there's a deflection. It may have still just gone to the side. It's been touched, which will be line dropout. Oh! Line dropout for Parramatta. 90 seconds remain in the first half of extra time.
He had Townsend. Townsend had positioned himself to be the option for Johnson. He got the ball, he said, no, I can get there. Danny Wicks is the man, along with who else? Nathan Peets putting pressure on, but it was Wicks who arm had came off.
But the deflection almost knocked it back towards the post.
Haven't we seen that before?
We have right here at this ground. So, the kick from Norman. They will get one more chance for a shot before half-time. Right, that is half-time in extra time. And this time, I don't think they wait to the last. As it comes to Martellino. He's 21 away from the line. Johnson's right side of the ruck. Townsend is left. Mannering's got them right in front of the posts. It has to be Johnson. It's going to be right now. He sees them come at him. Away for Lolohea. Stepping his way. Now runs backwards. I don't think that's going to help. He loses the shots. That's even better. 15 away from the line. Quick play the ball. Thompson with it. Now there's only 20 seconds. Thompson's gone over. Thompson has got it to the line. Have a look at this.
I have a try. Please review, got to the line.
Bodine Thompson is celebrating. So are the Warriors fans of all hairdos. Don't worry about golden point. What about a golden try?
Well, Bodine Thompson's potentially the star here this afternoon. And that wasn't the name we were talking about going into extra time. This is a massive call for our video referee, Steve Chitty and Daniel Irvine. Well, that's on the line.
And they've sent it upstairs as a try.
That's right.
I was worried about Vette's involvement. I don't think he's interfered with the defenders. This is top. It's not the last tackle either, by the way. If they did rule no try, have a look how close.
Oh.
The ball will just straighten. The ball will straighten, and you've got to think that some part of it has touched some part of the line, and that's all it has to do. We can't get you any closer than this. You be the judge at home. Remembering it has been set upstairs as a try, can you conclusively say no try?
Show me the first one again. Show me the first one again and take as much time as you want.
You're running the show. What are you in the bunker? Are you in the bunker, Jimmy?
No, I'm not in the bunker.
You're firing the orders.
First shot again, please. No, it's not. It's the other shot. See, that looks short there, and then by the time all the body pressure comes on it, and then it's touching the line.
Don't talk to me during the process.
Well, but it's the front. It's the first shot we saw. This one. This is the shot that will show it.
Steve Chitty and Daniel Irvine. The game is in their hands right now.
Well, that's a try.
I have it as a try. Jimmy has it a try. Joel on the sideline. Quick verdict from you.
Make it 3, boys.
All righty. But our opinion doesn't count. Here it comes on the big screen. It is a Warriors victory in Golden Point. They've broken the hearts of Parramatta. They've broken the hearts of the Eels fans. And Bodine Thompson, as we focused on a bloke with a golden boot, Townsend had already kicked a field goal. Thompson comes up with a barnstorming try.
Oh, that's going to break your heart, Parramatta. No, I know the crowd's upset because they invested emotionally in this game, just as their players did. And unfortunately, they don't get the result. The video referee got it right in my mind.
Yeah.
And it was a fabulous game of footy. And as I said, whichever team won was going to claim it as a famous victory. And the Warriors can do that. Down to 15 men. They lost Ryan Hoffman in just the 3rd minute of the match, an important player who plays 80 minutes. Their interchange plan went out the window, but they hung in there. They scored a field goal in the second half to get them into Golden Point. And then Bodine Thompson scored the try. What a classic game of rugby league.
What a classic finish. 3 tries all. It will be pointed out in the post-mortem. But the Warriors have started a super Saturday with a super finish and what they will regard as a super win. 17-13 over Parramatta. We're only just getting started on Fox Sports.